Hello there and welcome to this exciting video. So you have your BTP account and now we are going to install the SAP Build Apps using the booster. Alright, let's get started. I have logged in into my SAP BTP account and I'm going to go into my trial account. Alright, there you go. So this is my trial account and this is my sub account. So as you can see, my sub account is in the US. And make sure that you do have your sub account either in the US or EU, because only in these two regions you have access to SAP Build Apps. Or in other words, the service is running in only in these two regions. Now we're going to install the SAP Build Apps using the booster method. Booster method is an automatic installation. So for popular apps, SAP has built this workflow for you. So all you have to do is choose the app you want to install and just hit install. Of course, it's going to ask you for certain decisions, but the heavy lifting is going to be done by SAP itself or the BTP platform. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to search for SAP Build Apps. That's pretty straightforward. There you go. So it says get started with the SAP Build Apps detailed account setup. So let's start. All right, there you go. So it's checking the prerequisites automatically for you. And this is a information, so custom identity provider. That's fine. That's okay. So you have the authorization, you have the entitlements. And as of now, you don't have a custom identity provider. And this actually could be created on the go by the workflow itself. All right, so let's click on the next. And now, okay, so you need to select the sub account. As you can see, you cannot create more than one sub account because of the trial account limitations. I'm going to go and say select account, which is basically my existing sub account. So most likely you also have to select the same option, which is the existing sub account. And if you do have a free tier service and if you do have quota, then you can also create a sub account specifically for the booster. All right, let's go next. So now it's going and picking up the information from the BTP and it's going to populate it and let you know what all is available. So there you go. So all of these are the entitlements which are going to be installed or which you're going to get access to. So Cloud Identity Services, SAP Build Apps, and also you're going to get SAP Build Workzone Standard Edition. Okay. So please do read the fine print here. And as you can see, this is the sub account and this is the org and the space as dev. Okay, all of this is good for me. And this is the space. If you don't want to change the space, you can create a new space and you can choose that space here. For me, dev is just fine. Let's go next. All right, there you go. So this is where the custom identity provider is created. And as you can see here, the custom identity provider for platform users is accounts.sap.com. So simply say next. Okay, so this is the snapshot of the information which you've selected, and based on this information, the account will be set up for you. Okay, so this is the sub account most importantly, and this is the space, and this is the information about the authentication, and this is the username which you're going to be using. All right, if everything is good to go, let's say finish. Now it's going to actually start the setup process, and as you can see, it's going one by one. So give it some time. As you can see, it's also taking care of the role collection. All right, there you go. The installation or the setup is complete. And now it's asking you to navigate to the sub account. Let's go to the sub account. And now I should see the SAP Build Apps in my sub account. All right, there you go. So this is my sub account, and let's go to the instances and subscriptions from the left panel here. All right, there you go. So I have the SAP Build Apps, and I also have the SAP Build Workzone, the standard edition. Great. Now, before we actually go and click on it, I want to check something. So we have to make sure that the user has the proper roles. Even though this happened in the setup process, I want to double check. So let's go to users. Now you'll see that there are two users. One is the default identity provider and one is the custom identity provider. Now you're going to be using the custom identity provider. So simply click on the user itself. Okay, now when you go down, you can see the different roles assigned to this specific user. So I can see Build App administrators added, Build Apps developers also added. Now if you don't see them, you can go and say assign role collection, and you can choose that role from this list of connections. Right, another thing I want to tell you is you're going to get an email on the email you provided here for authentication. So you have to verify and activate that account or that specific link. So only when you do that, you will be able to authenticate from here. So once you click on the SAP Build Apps from here, it's again going to ask you for authentication. So you have to provide your email and password which you used. So that's going to remain the same. The only thing is you have to make sure that you check your email, and on that link, you make sure you activate your account. Great. I'll see you in the next video.